I am your host Ray Masank. I would like to start the introduction by saying to you the danger of talking about such issues here on this channel. For I am going against the beast. Through my research and knowledge of information which I found on the subjects of Jesus whom most call God, the Immaculate Conception/Virgin Rapture, the coming of Jesus, Paradise/Everlasting Life, Purgatory/Hell, and I can go on, is so extensive that it will undoubtedly question the authenticity of the entire Christian religion, be it Episcopalian, Presbyterian, Unitarian, Bilalians, Seventh-day Adventists, Quakers, Baha'i, Catholics, Evangelist, Davidians, Moonies, Pentecostals, Baptists, Greek Orthodox or Eastern Church, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons or Rastafarians. I will undoubtedly question your faith, which has never been addressed to Christian scholars, for these are the days in time that all questions shall be answered. So let's solely focus our attention on the Christian world and if what they interpret their Bible and doctrine to be able to easily provide factual answers towards the questions that I has to offer, then I have no problem humbling my belief, surrendering myself to your God, but before doing so you would have to prove my facts wrong using the scriptures and the original language, scientific facts and common knowledge, not the words of humans. Christians are not in the habit of reading their scriptures with an open mind. In fact, they don't really read the Bible at all. Instead, the reverend, pastor, minister or priest picks out certain passages that they want you to know about and preach it to you. They don't teach, they preach. Christians are scared to question their pastors, reverends, deacons, elders, teachers and scholars on anything pertaining to the Bible, their God, their religion or their holidays. However, I did, by asking questions like who is God? Does God help his own? Does God need love? Who created God? And the list goes on. You must be prepared for the Antichrist. Open your eyes to reality. You shall know the truth, John 8:32, before the end. The scriptures tell you that earth is the devil's kingdom, because if the statement that is made by Jesus in Matthew is true where it says, and I quote, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven," then whose kingdom is this? According to Matthew 6:33, it says in part, and I quote, "Seek ye first the kingdom here on earth," then that means we are not in God's kingdom. Because according to Webster's dictionary the word seek is defined as 1, to try to find, to search for, to look for. Thus, if you have to seek for God's kingdom here on earth, then you must be in someone else's kingdom now. Let's find out who the devil is. For the devil to be a king or ruler of a specific spot on earth, he would have to have been a man or in physical form. And in other words, this saying that the physical man, a mortal in the flesh just like you in earth, is the kingdom. The devil's playground. Everything that you can imagine that's in hell you can find right here on earth now, such as 1. Burning in fire. To watch loved ones burn is to be in hell. 2. People are being hung upside down each day suffering. 3. Being eaten alive. There are diseases that eat people while they are alive. Anything that hell promises is offered right here on earth, the devil's playground. How much more proof do I need to you to show you that the devil is a man? Turn to your Bible to the book of Revelation, for we all know this book is the book of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants which must shortly come to pass. According to religious beliefs it was stated that we are now living in the last days of time. So let us see what the book of Revelation 13:18 says, and I quote, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. There you have it, 666. When God asked Satan, "Whence cometh thou?" Satan answered the Lord and said, "To and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it." Now we all know that it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that spirits don't walk. To prove that the devil is a man can take but seconds within your Bible, but for you to know for a fact within yourself you will have to take the time to study the nature of the beast. How will you recognize the signs of the return of Jesus or recognize a false Messiah, a false Christ? You won't, unless you know what to look for. Truth is truth, no question about it. Christian questionary. That is what I'm doing, preparing people to prepare against false Christ and how to read and identify their coming. You were warned in Matthew 24:24 where it says, and I quote, "For there shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." And in Mark 13:22, the same statement has been brought up again. Although the Bible clearly warns us against these false Christ and false messiahs, you are still deceived by them. According to Christians' belief, the Bible was divinely sent by a mystical God named Jehovah, Yahweh or Allah, who resides in the heavens. This is where the control factor comes in. The true stories was written 1000s of years before your Torah, which gave birth to the New Testament of the Christians, and that in turn gave birth to Quran of the Mohammedans. Open your mind. They are going to call me all kinds of names. If you aren't ready to get in the game, but if you use the information, you will stop them in their tracks. All the lies must be eliminated, but rest assured, I can answer each and every one of these questions. I can give you proof beyond each answer and tell you why you should or should not accept them. You are taking on a major responsibility. One of the problems of the self-righteous Christians and their so-called scholars is that they have never been questioned about their religious practices, the original language of the Book of Revelation, or their Bible they believe in. Because people are so afraid to approach the Bible about its contradictions and scientific mistakes, thinking that it came from some divine being, sitting on a throne in heaven, and if you question him, you will be condemned to hell to burn eternally. If your God of the Scriptures is so powerful, why can't he be questioned? He should be able to handle any question brought forth to him, without being intimidated. The bottom line is, it is time for the Christians of the world to be put on trial and for them to be questioned about the authenticity of what they teach. I know the questions will be too powerful for them to bear. So they could either call me names like atheist or troublemaker, or they can say let's bring out our books and prove what he says to be wrong, or let's try to answer these questions and show the world that he is a liar. If you can't prove the information, and you can't, then join me and help me bring people to right knowledge. For the moment that you stop thinking is the moment you stop using your ability to doubt what appears illogical. What I teach I don't believe, I know. There is a difference between the two words. Check it out yourself. Don't believe nothing I say, check it out.